Welcome, everyone. We are excited to have you for our August On Track session. Today, we're going to be talking about it's time to get Appy. We're really excited to have the App Mama, Nancy Schwab, here with us today. So before I introduce her, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors. A huge thank you to TDS, Amplify Digital, and Monona Bank. Without their support, it would be a lot tougher for us to have these programs happen. So we certainly appreciate their support. A few reminders as we get started here. If you guys can leave yourself off on mute, that means that little red slash is through your microphone. We would love to see your camera on. It's always nice to know there are people out there and not just blank screens. And we are monitoring chat, and we would love to take those questions in real time as we're going through each of the apps we're going to talk about today. So please feel free to chime in there, and I'll be helping Nancy with those. You guys may have also noticed that we turn closed captioning on. That is a benefit for some of our members. If it is not something that you need, you can hit that button to hide the subtitles as well. So with that, I would love to introduce Nancy. Her clients call her the App Mama, founder of Unleashed Mobile Apps and the #1 best-selling author. Nancy Schwab focuses around working with entrepreneurs to bring their visions to life. As a mobile app strategist, she bridges the gap navigating the app development process. Nancy uses her decades of business experience to teach clients how to monetize their apps to success. Nancy's favorite part of her work comes when her clients grow their business through technology. So Nancy, I would love to turn it over to you.
Thank you very much. It is wonderful to be here. Thank you, everybody, for your time today. I do greatly appreciate it. And yes, there are a couple of rules of engagement here before we get started. First of all, I am a true believer of if you have a question, ask it. So either pop it in chat, wave at me. I can't always see everybody because I have the speaker mode going on here, but I want to take those in real time. And so to do that, I say we get started here, and it is time to get Appy. And yes, you'll find that I just absolutely love to use that word. And the first thing that you need to know is that there are a ton of apps out there. It's amazing. There are over 3 million, and I said the word million, apps in the App Store and growing all the time. So this can cause us to be confused. Where do we start? What do we look at? Where do we go? What is it that's going to help me be able to go out and take care of my business? But the good news is there is something out there for everyone. And it's a matter of figuring out your style and finding out what your style actually is. So with that, I am going to have you all pull out your devices. No, this does not give you permission at all to text somebody, check your email, but I want you to take out your device because I want to talk about what your habits are. And so in chat, and Chris, I'm going to help you kind of help me monitor this, please. I would like to know what everybody thinks, how many apps are used on a daily basis. So what are your habits? How many apps do you use on a daily basis? Just take a quick look at your phone and figure out about how many apps you use every single day. I get a lot of people who say, I don't use a lot of apps every day, but think about it. Are you checking your email, your weather? Are you looking at social media? Are you on Amazon? Are you purchasing something? So what kind of answers do we have, Kristen?
If you guys want to go ahead and drop those in there, we've only got a couple, but I said I use maybe 10. James said 7 to 10. Kate's thinking 24.
Yep. Excellent.
15 was another guess. 18.
15. Yeah. Isn't it amazing? It is amazing. And the average app is 10, but the average app per month is 30. And our dear millennials are well over 50. Well over 50. Now, how many times a day do you think you check your smartphone? Any idea? Any idea? Go ahead. Just throw numbers in there. Yep, I see 130. It is actually 150. There we go. It's an average of 63 times a day. 63 times we are picking this up for an average of 3 to almost 4 hours a day. Now I'm probably closer to Jennifer's number there of 150, because I am the app junkie, as well as the reason they call me the app mama is actually because I can take English and translate it into geek and geek back into English, but I'm very addicted to this. In fact, 48% of the users out there will take this as brand credibility if a company has an app. And 69% of the digital media comes from mobile apps. And since the pandemic hit, mobile app downloads have been up by 23%, and they expect that to go up to 45%. So with all of that, how do you know what is right for your business? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's dive in here. And first of all, the secret to getting ahead is getting started. And that's one of the biggest things that I want you to understand. And this quote from Mark Twain comes just a little bit deeper, is that if you try a mobile app and it doesn't work for you, go find another one. The key is to take an action. Take an action. Okay. And let's talk social media. Now, we all know the usuals, right? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Clubhouse is the new one. I'm not going to go into these apps in particular because you do know about these apps. The couple of things I want you to take away from this, though, is when you are using these social media platforms for your strategy and your business, figure out where your customers live. Where are they hanging out? Now, I know a lot of us in the business setting think LinkedIn, and it's true. And you want to work with LinkedIn, no question about it. But realize that they also have personal lives. So if you're looking to do Facebook ads, they still may see it as they're scrolling through their feed. So sometimes you need to be at a couple of different spots. But how in the world do we manage all this? How do we manage all of our socials? And there's 3 tools that I want to talk about today. And just on a side note, I have either used or am using all of these tools that I'm showing you. Some I have given up because there's something better out there, or it just does not serve me any longer. Don't be afraid to break up with your app, okay? There are certain apps that I will not break up with, but Hootsuite, you can plan and you can schedule and publish right from the platform. You can engage with your followers. You can manage your social media inboxes, just to name a few things that you can do. You can also work in a team setting if you need to be able to get out your the notices and the postings and things of that nature. And to sit here and say, how often should you post? That's really a discussion for another day on marketing and your business. However, I will always get back to basics. It's what can your audience tolerate before they say, I don't want to do business with you anymore. There's another one out here now called Plannable. I don't know if you're familiar with Plannable, but it is a wonderful collaboration tool. With Plannable, you can have somebody else, a third party or a employee or something, can actually create the post for you. And they've got templates and things to choose from, post out to all your different sites. But you can then do the creative part and you can schedule, but most importantly, you can review it and approve it before it goes off. And it's always put out in a very, very nice schedule. Now, I do have all of the links to these different ones for you to look at, and Kristen's putting those into chat. So make sure that you do grab those if you want to learn more about each one of these different platforms. Quite a few of these platforms have a mobile app, and they also have a desktop version. So that to me is really a good world, because sometimes when working with social media and you're planning and developing, you want to be on your desktop, but then you have to be managing it in a mobile app view. So that's one thing that's really, really important. The next one I want to tell you about is Amy Social. This is brand new. I am a person who always likes to jump on the latest and greatest. I am an early adopter, and I want this one to grow. And this is actually the one I'm using right now myself. And the reason why is because it uses AI, artificial intelligence, to help you actually write, design, create, and schedule the post. It does all the work for you. So how many times, especially with all the noise that's coming at us these days, do you sit there and say, oh, I don't know what to post? You know, I'm tired of people telling me about what they're eating for breakfast because I can't think of anything else to put on social media. This actually uses artificial intelligence to design, create, write, and schedule the post. However, you have full control over this. You put in certain parameters, you can change every single post and make it customized to you. You can put in the hashtags, and every month it pops up at you and says, okay, it's the first of the month. Here's your calendar for the month. You can delete, you can add, you can change, you can use your own images, etc. I love this new tool, but right now it's only working with Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. However, by the end of the month, possibly the beginning of September, it will be working with Instagram as well. Like I said, this is an early adopter tool, but I love it. And I want to say each one of these three that I just talked about has a free platform to get in to test it out and try. I know Plannable and Amy does. I'm almost certain Hootsuite has a free version as well. Some of the features are limited, but at least you can go in and drive around and try. Any questions before I move past social? Are we good? Okay. So let's talk photos and videos, because if you're going to be doing stuff with social, you've got to be doing stuff with photos and videos. So I want to talk about Canva, Movavi, and Wave. These are three of a sea of many that I've had some personal dealings with. Oh, and let's not forget our own devices. These things are a magnificent camera. My goodness, mine has 3 cameras on the back. It's crazy. So I'm not going to spend too much time on Canva because I believe you have already had a course on Canva, and there are several free courses out there, but I just want to kind of touch on it a little bit. Is that Canva has thousands of templates to choose from. So if you're not sure how to lay out a style, Canva is a really great spot to go. And they do have free as well as a paid version. It's just a simple drag and drop. That's what we all need. Just drag and drop and be able to modify it from there. And you can also trim and resize videos, which is really important because videos have to fit on different sizes and different devices. So Canva is a really great spot to start. It has many, many things other than just videos and photos. I know you can do all types of things with Canva, and it's something that should be in your arsenal if it isn't. Movavi might be one that you've never heard of, but it's my real strong go-to on a regular basis. I just love Movavi. I am not a video maker. However, I can create some beautiful videos. And I've put some videos out there on my YouTube channel if you want to take a look. Some of these have been done with Movavi and the other tool I'm going to talk about. But it does come up with a media library. It also has that like drag and drop that you can do. You can convert formats. So if you need it in an MP4, or if you just need the audio, or if you need some of these other, for different platforms, there's other formats as well as sizing. You can make those changes. But most importantly, it'll let you do screen recording. So if there's something that you need to do, you can also record your screen using Movavi. Now, what I love about Movavi is I can take a video clip with the speaking in it, and I can pop it in, drag and drop it. I can separate out the voice if I need to. I can slide the voice to a different part. You may wonder why I would do that, but instead of having somebody constantly just talking, you might want to be showing some screens, examples of your work, so you can slide it so you're actually talking over that. And I can add in a third track for music. And I can change the volumes of this. Very professional looking videos with drag and drop. You do not have to have a studio. You can do them right on your phone. You can also do them right on the computer. So it's a great little tool. Another new one that's out is Wave Video. And this one is really, really fun. One of the biggest things that Wave Video does is video hosting. And now I don't always have to have my stuff on YouTube. So when I do the video hosting, I can customize the video player to be branded to me. So when somebody's watching one of my videos, it doesn't have the YouTube branding. It has the Unleash Mobile Apps branding. And again, it's got the drag and drop. You can trim, you can throw images in there. You can make very, very customized videos just by using the Wave Video. And it's a brand new tool that is constantly evolving. I can even take and throw in arrows in my video. I can throw text messages. I can even make one of those. Have you seen a video that's a text exchange, right? That they're showing that. I can do that in Wave Video very, very simply. And I can add music and I can voice over it. But one of the best things that Wave does, every month they send me an inspirational calendar. Again, we're back to, what do I do? Why? And, I have to keep making these things. How come I have to come up with all these ideas? Every month they send me an inspirational calendar. It could be Labor Day's coming up, or it's National Mobile App Day. Yes, there's really a National Mobile App Day. I'm so excited. Of course, I think that was somebody just made that up one day. But nonetheless, it is giving me ideas, and then they give templates. They have a bunch of templates, short, long, however long you want to do this. So these are just 3 of the video makers that are out there, and you do not have to be a video making expert. You do not have to have gone to school to learn how to make a video. You do not need a studio to go do this. These are fairly inexpensive tools that are powerful in your business. Any questions on video and photo? No? All right, you guys are good students. Okay, so let's talk about project work. We don't do this alone. And yes, we need to know how to do everything. It doesn't mean we have to do everything. You know what they say, do what you do best, and then hire the rest. So here's 3 sites that I get a lot of my project work done. I use Fiverr, Acadium, and Upwork. What's Fiverr? You can find just about anything that you need done for $5 and up. But everything from having social media posts made, I've had logos made for $5. I've paid $15 to have a number of social posts made. You can find anything. You can websites, flyers, rec cards, business cards, anything that can be done remotely. And these services range from even list finding and Excel management, whatever you need, you can go out to Fiverr and you can search down. And you can search down in such ways you can choose language, location if you want, dollar point that you want. They give you a very wide variety of how to be able to find the services. And one of my favorite parts of it is their work is guaranteed. When you're working with somebody who is offshore, or if they're not physically there, they're remote. And we've gotten very good in the last 24 months about working remotely. And we all know, I should say 12 months. We know what we're doing now and we trust that remote work, but it's still good to have a guarantee. And I've actually used this on a couple of occasions. I actually was having a video made. This is before I got all my video tools, and this is what made me decide I need to be in control of this. I wanted an image of people going in the front door of a building and out the back door and coming around. And I wanted them to go in the front door and out the back door. He didn't understand what I was going for and sent me a video of people coming in and out of bathroom stalls. It really wasn't the same thing, not at all. And when I said, I'm sorry, we have a failure to communicate, and they gave me my money back. So it wasn't a problem. That's what I appreciate about Fiverr, is that they do guarantee their work. And more times than not, I've gotten exactly what I needed. So I've used Fiverr on a regular basis. Acadium, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Acadium. It is an apprenticeship, or as we call it here, an intern program. They work remotely. I just love this plan. In fact, I've got 2 apprentices working for me right now. They give me a 3-month commitment. You buy the apprentice to Acadium, and it's a flat fee. And I want to say the fee is like less than $500. So for $500, you get an apprentice working remotely for 10 hours a week-ish. Some work more. Rarely do they go lower than 10 hours a week. You don't pay them a salary. So right now I've got one that's working strictly on blogging for us and our 2 sites that we have. And I have another one who is working strictly on videos. And he's using all the tools that I have. Again, I know how to do these things, but sometimes I run out of time. So I can't keep doing this. So I use Acadium because the talent, and you pick from the talent pool. They don't assign to you. You pick what you're looking for. If you look at my current website at unleashedmobileapps.com, that was done by an apprentice with my guidance and the work of my actual web designer. But he dove in a 3-month time, developed what I needed on my website. And it is also risk-free. I have been working with Acadium now for 5 or 6 years. And there's times where the apprenticeship just does not work out. And so I have to call Acadium and say, this is not working. And they give me my credit back easily and tell me, go ahead and go find another apprentice. And that's worked. It blows my mind what some of these people think. We've had somebody hired for 2 weeks and then they stop showing up because we meet virtually every week. They stop showing up. It's like, okay, you said you wanted to work for us, you agreed to work for us, and now you're gone. But on a different note, though, the 2 that I've got right now, and I have had more success than not, punctual, getting their work done, stay in good communication. They really train them up quite well at Acadium. But remember, they have to learn something. So just because they are working as an apprentice, they aren't there just to do your slave work. They need to actually learn something and have a purpose. The other spot that you can get work is Upwork. You actually post your job on Upwork. Now, I haven't done this too much. I've only done this once, but the experience was very, very good. And it was for a blog article that I needed written. And so you post your job. What are you looking for? A web design, some copy written, mobile app. Well, if you're looking for a mobile app, I have a good referral for you of somebody who can help you put a mobile app together, which would be me. But anyway, you can post your job out there and tell them what you're looking for. And then the talent comes to you. The talent reaches out and says, yes, I want to do that job. Now, it's not always an inexpensive way to have it done, where Fiverr is a lower cost, Acadium is a lower cost. This one, depending upon what it is that you want to invest in, but you're going to get a quality person. These are not people that you have to teach or guide too much. They take your job and then they run with it. And it is very easy to collaborate with in their mobile app as well as on their website. Mainly, it's easy. You use the mobile app for a lot of these things, but Upwork makes it so easy to collaborate. So those are the 3 that I have on project work. Any questions on project work right now? No?
I just think it's great that you can hire out if you've got something you just need done, but your team doesn't have time. I think that's amazing.
Exactly. And that's what I like about it, because it's not a long-term commitment. It's a project by project. And that is how I've actually grown my company. I am the only one at Unleashed Mobile Apps that's it. I have no employees, nothing, but I do use a lot of people to help me get the job done because I can't do it alone. I can't. So speaking of networking and working alone, not working alone, let's talk about networking. Now, here's my thing on networking. Be very selective on where you take your time. It is very, very important. I am very active in my chamber down here in Brookfield. I love the chamber because of all the support that it gives. And I'm kind of sensing that a lot of Wisconsin ones are pretty similar to that. So I do enjoy working with the chambers and I dedicate my time to that. But if you think about it, how many other network situations can you be in, right? All these other things. So I've actually narrowed it down to just a couple that I am in: eWomen Network, Be Connected, and the Brookfield Chamber. Those are really the ones that I'm strong on, because you have to be careful with networking. It's only one letter away from not working. Okay, so let's be clear on that. But how do you step up your networking and make it powerful? Okay. So I want to talk about a couple of apps that can really help change your game. One is Really Linked. Another one is Be Connected. And the last one is Elevate BI. What is Really Linked? Really Linked, it's a free app. It will always be free. It is a fabulous app. It will help you connect with the people who are most influential in your network. Now think about it. You go out to a networking event, and this is, I'm back in the day, we walk in a room of 100 people, right? Now what? And there's no way that after you leave there with a stack of business cards that you're going to want to be tight with all of these people. But there are going to be a few, and you're going to go have a coffee with them and really connect. But after coffee, now what? With Really Linked, it allows you to stay connected with the influential people in your network. So it's kind of like a reminder system. Within there, you can keep notes. You'll be able to connect to their LinkedIn. You'll be able to see their LinkedIn profile, their Google. You can Google them right from there. You can make a phone call, an email, text message, and then you can keep your notes. So it only takes in 150 people maximum, but realize this is not your CRM. This is not your contact list. These are the people you want to stay in touch with. And what it does is it sends you a daily reminder of who to stay in contact with. And that's how you keep the people who are your centers of influences tight within your organization to help you. Who do we always keep top of mind? The people that we talk to on a regular basis. And it's nice. You can just shoot them a quick little text that says, hey, just, I was passing up a Starbucks and thought of you, and we haven't had coffee in a while. Or you can go on their LinkedIn profile and say, and go back and send them a quick little message that says, wow, that was a fantastic article that you wrote. It doesn't always have to be about selling. It's about relationship building. And I love this because it comes up with my daily reminders of who I need to talk to today, and make sure that I'm talking to these people every 30 days. Or if I want it to be less, I can definitely do that as well. When I say less, I'm sorry, like every 7 days, every 2 weeks instead of every 30 days. Be Connected is a fairly new platform. It's a networking matching. So picture that Match.com and LinkedIn had a child. I don't know if anybody here has heard of Be Connected yet. It's fairly new on the block. It's coming up on 2 or 3 years, I think it is. The network has grown. It's an international company. But what it does is you fill in your profile, and based on very specifics, the more stuff you put in there, the easier it is you're found. And then you go into their connection generator, and in the generator, you put what you're looking for, and 6 matches come up, just like Match.com. And you scroll through those and you look at the profiles, and those people who you want to connect with, you just say, you send them a connection invitation. On the flip side, they look at your profile and they say, yeah, I do want to connect with this person. And then you meet. Now they have other things in this as well. They also have some trainings and things depending upon what level you want, but Be Connected does have a free platform, which is fantastic. You can get up to 10 connections with no obligation forever. It's not like you ever need to go. So you can really test it and see if your network is there. What I love about it is no social posting. This is not about going in and posting in your groups. Now they do have some group chats, and they do have some video, what they call live hives and stuff. They've really grown over time, but there is no social posting. It's not something you have to do every day or like and share and all that time, energy. It is about networking and growing your businesses. It is membership invite only. So I know we've popped the link in there. That is my invite to you for anybody to join. Start at the free membership, look around. You can always, increase the membership if it fits for your needs. If it doesn't, please take the 10 connections and do something with them. I believe you can unconnect with somebody and reconnect with others, because once you've taken the conversation offline, there's not a lot to do with them. Be connected with them, but it is good to stay connected if you can, because it shows credibility when somebody is looking for somebody else. The last one that I have for you is actually Elevate BI presents a digital business card. we need digital business cards so much these days because look at what we're doing right now, right? We can't go around and hand out our business card. In fact, it's funny. I got married a couple of years ago, and last year I decided to change my name. This year, when I went out to my first live event, I went and grabbed my business cards and I went, oh, I hadn't changed my name yet. I had to completely order my new business cards. Thank goodness I had a digital business card that I could just go in and change my name. And what's nice about this electronic card is all of your links are there. You can have links to your courses, links to text you, email you, see the website, make a one-touch phone call to you. You want to see what the offerings are, where you want to connect with these people, a little bit about them, and it's easy for them to share it with other people. Makes it very, very simple. Everything is a simple one touch. In fact, right now, I want you all to get out your phones and text the word App Mama to 64600 and have a live version of what a digital business card actually is. And check that out. Of course, that's mine. Now you have me on your phone. Please share me with everybody. In fact, you can send me a message, send me an email, send me a text. It's awesome. Any questions? I'm sorry, I kind of flipped. Anything on the networking? Anybody have any questions?
I do. Do you know, is the I think it was Be Connected.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a charge per however many connections? So it's free up to 10, and then from 11 to 50 there's a monthly charge, and then 51 to whatever.
Yeah, no, the way that they work is 10 are free. And then if you want more than 10, you can go to their first level, which is $49 a month. And you can kind of jump in and out of Be Connected as often as you need to. But typically once you're in for 49, it continues until you bring in, I want to say it's 2 other people, then you are free for life. And that's no matter what level you're at. And I also believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think if you get 20 people to sign up for the free membership, you are also free for life after that. So they do a great job to try to make it so that the platform is not continuously charged. They do have other levels for different items that they share, such as some of the world-class training that's in there, like how to do a digital course and how to do videos, Facebook advertising, etc. All of that is included in, I believe it's like the 3rd tier. There's 4 tiers. There's free, then just the connection generator that we talked about, which you can have unlimited connections at that point. And then the next level is the one with the training. And then they have another one if you want to turn it into a business. So did that answer your question?
It did. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I do see one in the chat that James had about Elevate. You do not have to have an app for Elevate. Elevate actually uses web browsers. So whenever you send it to somebody, it will pop up in their browser, and then it gives instructions to save it to the home screen. Or you could bookmark it if you wanted to. If you don't want to save it to the home screen, you can just make it a bookmark. So
cool.
They don't.
Thank you. And just one quick question, Nancy. I didn't quite catch your number to text. What was it again? Was it
64600? And
Okay.
type the word App Mama together. All is one, not 2.
Okay.
And then you should receive that. Did that answer your question about the app?
It did. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Any other networking questions? Okay. So let's talk business tools. And there's 3 that I really like: Mileage IQ, Wave Financial, and one that's near and dear to my heart is Easy Beasy app. Mileage IQ is by far the best mileage logging software out there. It is a mobile app. They do have a desktop version that you can manage some of the details, but what I love about this is it will help you assign categories to your mileage. You just literally have it loaded to your phone. You don't even have to have it open. You load it to your phone and you just drive. And at the end of the day, the week, the month, however you want to operate, you open it up and you swipe left or right if it's personal or business, and then you assign a category to it. It is so easy for taxes, and you can customize the categories if you need to, especially if you're doing mileage reimbursement, working with employees. I love this app, and it's not overly expensive. I want to say I pay $60 a year, and I get that back threefold, fivefold on my tax deduction, and I don't miss any mileage. And it will give you reports. Either you can get reports as often as you want, monthly, weekly, annual. At the end of the year, I literally download that report and I clean it up a little bit so my accountant can read it, and he finds out exactly how much mileage I did for meals and entertainment, how much were medical, how many were visiting clients, going to meetings. Last year, the meeting one was really low. And you can just even travel when you're traveling, like I'm going down to Texas in a couple of weeks. So I can mark that as business travel. I love, love, love Mileage IQ, if I haven't expressed that before. And it's reliable. And I want to say this one at one time was warehoused as somebody sponsored it. And I want to say it was Microsoft, but I'm not 100% sure. But one of the biggies, I think, sponsored it. But these guys have done a great job with a very, very simple tool. The other one is Wave Financial. Wave Financial is actually an expense tracking, very, very similar to QuickBooks, only not as expensive. I believe they actually have a free level to get in on. And you can track all of your expenses. I know you can link your banks into it. You can run your reports. You can do invoicing. And you can also do your quarterly reports, your taxes. It operates very similar to QuickBooks, without a doubt. Within one day, can you? Yes, actually, I'm back to Mileage IQ because I see a question came in the chat. Yes, it's actually each drive gets rated, and it starts to actually learn where you go. So if I am always going over to say the Brookfield Chamber's office, and the Brookfield Chamber does have an app, and obviously, you know, I'm the one that did it. So that's a client for mine. So every time I go from my home to the Brookfield Chamber, if it'll ask me if I wanted to auto make that a meeting. And so it learns who you are, but each drive is a different one. So you may be going to a client meeting, but then you have a doctor's appointment. So you go check the meeting, and then later you swipe it over that the other part of that drive was for medical. The last one I'm going to talk about today is Easy Beasy app. And full disclosure, Easy Beasy is one of ours. Easy Beasy app is a logistical app that helps your home service businesses with their routing and job management. What Easy Beasy works well is for landscapers, window washers, home cleaners, anybody who runs a team or even just themselves, but does routes and crews for managing their day on a day-to-day basis. And it does job management. You can put notes in there to say, do this, do that at the job. It puts them in route orders based on how you put the routes. It will even let you take photos, etc. And we actually developed this Easy Beasy app because our president, Shannon, she owns a landscaping company and had this problem. There was nothing out there that was affordable and easy to use to just manage the daily routes and to also help keep track of the billing time at each individual job. And these are just a couple things that Easy Beasy can do, but we've kept it simple so that we are able to make this affordable for your small business owner. And we love our Easy Beasy. We developed it for her. And then we said, you know what? A lot of people need this. Let's get it out to the world. So those are the ones that I have on the Easy Beasy app and on the other ones for your business. Do we have other questions? I know I was kind of addressing them as they come. Are there other questions about workflow and managing your business apps? No? Okay. So this is my wonderful quote from Bob Proctor. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So with that, I want to give you guys a couple of giveaways, and I really, really appreciate your time today and giving me this opportunity to have this conversation with you. So for those of you, I want you to open up that wonderful business card of mine that I told you, and in chat or shout it out. I want to know, what are the 2 ways on there to partner with me? Excellent. Excellent. All right. Kate, thank you. Thank you. I will be sending you a wonderful gift in the mail. It is actually my book, the Brilliant Biz Book. That is a part of a collaboration that is out. And of course, Brilliant Biz Book does have an app to go with it. So I will be sending that to you. All right. I actually have more than one book. Let's do this again.
Can I ask a question before you hang up? Sorry, I just had somebody come in my office.
Go right ahead.
So the Be Connected, or maybe it's not this app, but do you know of an app where it's like a subscription service that can have multiple users? So for example, as a chamber, our job is to connect people, right?
Mhm.
And so if it was something where the chamber paid for it, but offered it to our members as a member benefit or an add-on benefit or whatever. Is there anything out there like that?
I'm a little unclear when okay, so you're saying, could the chamber sponsor a mobile app that helps the members stay connected with each other within?
Kind of. So is there an app already created that, I'm sure it's not free, right?
Mhm.
That would allow us to offer that as part of a member service so that people can connect with each other. So the Be Connected concept,
Mhm.
but that it's free for our members because we're paying for it, like an enterprise level.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, no, I totally understand that. Right, because the chamber app that we have down here in Brookfield is actually for the consumer. It's not a chamber app and not asking to do what you want. It is for the businesses here to showcase themselves and to get it out into the consumer hand.
Sure.
Right? So it's a little different than what you're talking about. Yes, there are some apps out there. One that I can think of right offhand, it's called Mighty Networks, but I do not know what the monthly is on that. Of course, we can definitely custom design something like that as well. And custom design is not always as expensive as you think. But I think Mighty Networks is one. It's almost like a private social board, but I believe you can connect privately within it and send a message to somebody specific. I'm pretty sure of that. And Kristen, do you use Chambermaster?
We do. Yep.
They may have an app also.
Mm.
And the reason, I'm happy to help you with your app, but I believe we looked at that for the Brookfield Chamber, and it's a chamber app that talks Chamber Masters is about your events, who the membership is, et cetera. It wasn't going to help the businesses grow in the community. And that was the vision that the Brookfield Chamber had, just a different twist. But I believe Chamber Master has one, and Kristen, you and I can talk about that a little bit more in depth. But the other one
is Chamber Master does have an app, but the one that, unless they have different versions, it's more of like, at least the way that I've utilized it is to, like, I can pull up all of our members and update information and stuff from my phone.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if there's like that connecting piece of it for member to member to be able to make those connections.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Chamber Master has it. I haven't looked at it in a while, so I'm not exactly where they're at. But Mighty Networks is one, and believe it or not, even as simple as using a platform like Slack. Slack is one that we actually use on a regular basis to develop our apps, because I can send my developer LeVar a message privately it doesn't have to be as part of it. The only problem with Slack is that you can't put down what kind of business you are.
Okay.
Excuse me. So that would, kind of prevent that as well. But I will take a look and see if there are a couple of others out there that might help you on a member to member basis. Covey, I think it was another one. No, Covey's not it. Covey's another business card one. Covey's one where you can get a physical business card, snap it, and it puts it in like a contact list. But yeah, let me do a little poking, and I'll get back to Kristen on that. And
Thank you.
see what you can find. Okay. All right. So the next question that I have, pull out my business card again. Any answer will do. What is one way that I have on there for that's a call to action? I've got actually a couple of different call to actions on there. Or what's the name of the podcast that I have on there? Now you got to actually open up stuff and take a look. Nobody can find my call to action? That means I didn't do a good job. I'm going to work on that. Schedule a discovery. Very good. But Kate, you don't want 2 books. So how about somebody else?
Yep. Sorry.
Nope. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you did it. Discovery session. Has anybody else found where that button is? Or if you go in and you take a little bit, look more about me, and maybe scroll through the about me and see if you can find a podcast that might be down there, or a free training, maybe. Anybody find it? We may need to do a better job on our business card. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate it. Well, come on now, you guys can't possibly be shy for chat. I didn't take Madison people being shy, or Middleton. I'm sorry, I keep saying Madison. We're close to Madison though, right? Yeah, okay. There we go. Thank you, Jennifer. Awesome. The Brilliant Breakthroughs Business Podcast. If you are thinking about doing a mobile app, please listen to this episode. It will tell you that your first step is not to get a developer. So I appreciate that. And Jennifer, I will be getting you something as well. In fact, you can also have another copy of my book. So with all of that, this is how you find me. I'm the resident app mama here at Unleash Mobile Apps. You now have my business card, and these are the other ways to contact me. And I appreciate your time. Are there any other questions that we can talk about right now? Go ahead and just unmute yourself and ask. No?
I think they're just excited to go download them.
Right? Exactly. In fact, Christy, you're going to send out a list of all those.
I am. Yeah.
Does everybody know how to save chat? Just in case you weren't sure about all the links that had put there. If you hit the 3 little buttons next to chat, you are able to save chat. So.
Yeah, hello. I'm sorry I missed. I missed this the delightful program. This is Catherine Short.
Hi, Catherine. You'll get a link to the recording when we're done, Catherine.
Oh,
If you want to
that's
rewatch.
good. Yeah, I do. I had to. Some things came up, and I'm sorry. I missed it.
So I just want to run through the a couple upcoming chamber events to make sure you guys have these on your calendar. Next week, Tuesday, we are doing Networking Blitz. So that is that one-on-one video networking that you get the opportunity to meet one-on-one with 7 other chamber members during our event. Wednesday, we're doing a workforce development in Dane County. We know that's been a struggle for many employers. So working with Urban League, the DWD, and then Robert Half staffing to kind of figure out ways, what they're seeing, trends, and how we can kind of overcome the shortages that we're experiencing. And then we round out August with a session on strategic planning. So as you guys start thinking about that, a lot of us do that in maybe September, October, November. This session will kind of give you an idea of what to look for. We did make one change. I just want to mention that these are going to be virtual events for August. So sign up for those on the website and you will get the link. And with that, I just want to again thank our sponsors. Thank you, TDS, Amplify Digital, Monona Bank, and obviously a huge thank you to the App Mama. I know I've got all of these written down and excited to go download and implement some for the business. So thank you, Nancy.
More than welcome. And please, as you're going through